This is the best Bowie knife ever made. This is called a Tops Skull Crusher, made by E.J. Snyder, a really big, larger than life Army veteran and survivalist. First off, I want to show you guys how to use a lanyard. Okay, this is a lanyard. The Skull Crusher or pommel, whatever professionally this is called, glass breaker, whatever. It's got a hole in it to put a lanyard. Okay, so I set this lanyard to the appropriate size for my hand. You're gonna have to figure that out. It's pretty common sense. But once you do this and you get the right feel, you'll know how it feels because I'm going to tell you how to use it, okay? What you want to do is, this is my left hand. I'm putting my thumb in this lanyard, okay? Now, the blade is facing the opposite direction of your palm. You're going to put your palm in the opposite direction of the blade. You're going to put the back of your hand, okay? You might want to write this down or pay very close attention, okay? This is my pinky. Closest to you, my thumb is over here. The blade and your palm are at exactly 180, okay? They're exactly opposite from each other, okay? With the back of your hand against this side, the back of the handle. Right here, you're gonna slide your hand up. Your other thumb is going to go inside the lanyard, okay? Now watch this. Your hand is going to go from 12 o'clock to your thumb. My thumb is at 12 o'clock up in the air, okay? 90 degrees or whatever. It's going to go to 9 o'clock, or is that 90 degrees? I don't know. I'm so bad at math. You're probably like, oh, this guy don't know shit. So this was my 12 o'clock. This was my 9 o'clock. This is my 6 o'clock. Then you're going to grasp the knife, okay? So that's how it feels good in my hand. That's how you choke back on it, all right? That's how you use the lanyard, okay? We're gonna go over that again. Pay very close attention, please. All right? I'm holding this up, right, with my left hand, right? The blade and my palm are exactly 180. My thumb is going to replace the other thumb. Okay, and then my thumb is at my 12 o'clock. It's going to go at my 9 o'clock. Then it's going to go at the 6 o'clock, and I'm going to grab it. Once you understand how this feels in your hand, you won't need to do that whole thing anymore. You'll just excavate it from your hip or whatever, however you hold it, right? Like if it's on my hip, I'll unfasten it, which I'll show you in a minute. Right, here's my thumb. I'm just going to go like this. You'll get the feel of it. You'll understand. It's basically like this. My thumb, like I'm hitchhiking, right? But I'm gonna come into there. This you'll figure out on your own. Trust me, you will. It's not complicated. Once you get a feel of how that feels, that's how you choke back on it and have a secure grip. So now, whatever I'm chopping, slashing, whatever, I can save some of my hand energy. I don't have to grip it so tight. I can be kind of loose with it. It's going to save me like energy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not going to tire your forearm muscles out so bad. Now, me saying that this is the best Bowie knife in the world, it's because it's a lot of people call it a love it or hate it knife, a jack of all trades, a master of none. There's probably other Bowie knives out there that bite deeper into wood. There's probably other Bowie knives out there that they have such a hand guard that if you were into a knife fight, you would be able to protect your hand more or stuff like that. I'm not claiming to be an expert knife fighter or nothing. I'm saying that pound for pound, not only in durability, not only in self-defense, not only in batoning to split wood, not only in chopping. In my opinion, I've bought a lot of freaking knives, guys. This is a contender for the ages. It has a skull crusher right here, okay? Like, It could break glass. It could smack open coconuts. I'm very sure it's durable enough to pound sideways like this. Tent pegs, right? This thing is a beast, man. And it splits wood like you wouldn't believe, okay? So, like, let me tell you what I mean. If I was batoning a log with this edge, this is a thicker edge than this. The bevel goes higher. This is a little bit more fine on the secondary edge. Okay, you can watch videos on how to feather stick with this quarter round. That's what I'm not here for. When you baton with this side, the freaking thing just explodes. Most likely it'll just, depending on what kind of wood, if it has knots in it. Usually in my little experience, I kind of have a lot of experience for average Californian. We're not allowed to go outside or play with guns and shit. Fucking COVID, lockdowns, you get the point. Boom, 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 this thing will explode. Then when you want to baton finer pieces of wood to get your kindling going, I found that this, when I learned to use this to baton, when I started to get to the nitty gritty of more thinner pieces to make kindling, I didn't need to buy the Silent Hero really, and I still love that knife. It's a great feather sticking knife. Tops is amazing, okay? I'm just saying, guys, this is a fucking amazing knife, okay? I love Joe X. Joe X is the best knife tester in the world, okay? But I analyzed a lot of his videos. This far exceeded the SE Hungles in durability. Joe was smashing this edge. This is a saber grind, guys. Kind of a low saber grind. He was smashing this on the hardest part of a vehicle. He was smashing this on a brick, and the edge relatively stayed intact. I'll give you an example. If you watch Joe X bust out the K-bar cutlass that survived, the edge was completely useless. The hollow grind, this looked like it maintained somewhat of usability afterward. And don't quote me on that, but he couldn't break this tip either. And Joe is a strong ass dude. Let's get to, okay, the main point of this whole video was to show you the lanyard. Let's get to the sheath. A lot of people like Kydex sheaths. I understand Kydex and all this shit. It's very fast to deploy, right? But the versatility of this sheath, now I wish the plastic insert was a little bit more durable, like, you know, but that's fine. Don't mind me. I put knives back very easily. I want this sheath to stay intact forever. I have a friend that calls me a wuss for not just shoving it back in there. And I would like to remind people like that, the samurais clean their blade off and put their stuff back pretty delicately. Now, with the sheath, I have like a cut-off gun sock here. What I like about it is, if I have this on what I call reverse scout carry, like, you know, scout carry, it would be behind my ass like this, so I could deploy it like that. It won't work. I don't know if you could put it in ambidextrous. I'm not going to try. I have it reverse scout carry, so when I bring it forward on my belt, it could deploy kind of like a sword, okay? Everybody's different. You could do you. This sheath right here has so much like Molly compatible whatnot, right? So at the very end of it, I have this lanyard business going on. And over here where the belt loop is supposed to be, I have another thing right here because I put it on my belt like this, sideways, okay? Behind my back to draw forward. And what you want to do is there's 2 Velcros and 2 snaps. I will pull them up simultaneously. My life don't depend on it. If my life depended on it, and I was in a life or death situation, these things are getting ripped open, right? But I'm going to do it delicately, one at a time. And you do have to watch out when you pull it out that the blade doesn't snag on these Velcro things. But I've bought this knife literally 3 or 4 times and I've made the sheath, I've abused the shit out of the sheath by just ripping it out of it, and it stayed intact. It's gonna be fine, but I'm just delicate with it. Okay, I had with paracord, I attach so much shit to it. Like I have a big fighter starter, a fingernail clipper, right? I don't need a compass on here because I have that on my bag, and the little pouch right here, you could put compass, you could put a sharpening stone. I put some what's that called? Diamond rod sharpeners. But the sheath is extremely versatile. I would just be delicate with it unless you had to whip it out to fight for your life. Okay? So what I like about it is a lot of people rather have Kydex because it's fast deployable, but especially if I attach the compass onto this thing, all you have to do is put this in your bag or grab it on the go. And other than having something to boil water in, I mean, with the compass, if a compass was attached to this, I have pliers in case I fucking get thorns and shit. What's that called? I'm sorry. Splinters in my hands. I just ripped them out with pliers. You gotta watch out if they were rusty. You gotta get tetanus or something, right? Try to keep this shit oiled. The sheath is extremely versatile, dude. If you buy an Uberleben ferro rod, the sawback will hit the ferro rod pretty decent. It's my only discrepancy with Tops and SE is they don't really hit ferro rod with the spines. Okay, now check this out. Right, there's so much what's that called? Paracord compatible little holes. If you see this hand guard's got holes in it, right? You see this has got holes in it, right? You see there's a notching saw. So if you find a stick that's commensurate, and if you have especially you need paracord, I would have paracord and electrical tape. You put a stick, you saw notches on the top, on the side of the stick, and then you fucking tie it on the side of the stick. You have a heavy spear, or you have, if it can hold in place, I found that I didn't do it right. It kind of just made it like, here's, in my hand's a stick, okay? It kind of just knocked it back. I should have brought more paracord. You can use this to chop shit up above you, like branches you can't reach for pine needle tea and stuff. But with these ceramic rods, you know, it's a fucking ceramic rod, dude. You could buy this at Tractor Supply Co. Okay, fucking ceramic rod, right? This will come out of it. You just unscrew this shit. That's how you can hit the cord around, right? I would like stick this in a tree and use this to like kind of like right, like drawing a pencil, and that's how you would get the cord around and shit, right? What I love about Tops is I never found a knife on them that fuck with convex grinds. They give you saber fucking grinds, dude. It's saber grinds, full flat grinds. They sharpen a lot easier than convex grinds. So, like, I think now that the fucking stupid gnat in here. I think that now I know how to sharpen convex grinds. You have to, it's a higher angle, you know? I didn't get that. But it's my favorite fucking Bowie knife, dude. And, you know, I'm not a professional survivalist, but I've tested the living shit out of Tops, SE, Cold Steel, Condor, and a little bit of Work Tough gear. I only bought one Work Tough gear blade. It was the Warhammer. I'm sorry, but like Cold Steel 1911, Cold Steel Wild West Bowie, right? The Work Tough Gear V44X, they might be slightly better fighting knives and shit. But you can't go wrong with fucking 1095. And I don't know, dude. I haven't found fucking son of a bitch, man. I fucking hate bugs. I'm sick of California, dude. It's fucking summer all the fucking time, dude. Ah, man. It's never winter, dude. Never. I'm sorry for complaining, bro. It's my problem, but I've never found a better fucking skull crusher. I've never found a better glass breaker on any fucking knife, dude. I was at this stupid little party and shit. They couldn't break open a coconut. I took this shit out and busted open and fucking mogged on every dude there with this fucking blade, dude. Like, the very few chicks that were there, they kind of like, you could feel the air. They're like, dude, my dude buys video games and stupid soy boy shit. And I spend my money on actual manly ass shit, guys. This is like, just holding this fucking blade will increase your fucking testosterone, guys. So it's the Tops SXB, that's Sierra X-Ray, fucking boy. What's B in military phonetics? I fucking forgot, dude. Bravo. Sierra X-Ray Bravo Tops Skull Crusher, dude. It's the fucking best Bowie knife in the fucking world, dude. I'm telling you. And I've been out in the field, and its only drawback to me is it's not a great trail clearer, dude. If it was a great trail clearer, the grind with the low saber grind part of it, the main edge, it wouldn't be busting open baton logs. Logs is fucking good, right? They call it. Some people call it a love it or hate it knife, a jack of all trades, a master of none. Bullshit, dude. Bullshit. I fucking love this blade. Holy shit, do I love this blade, dude. It's one of the best knives ever made. EJ Snyder, you did a great job. It's a very underrated knife. And I understand, like, the V44X, dude, it probably bites deeper. I guarantee you Joe X broke that V44X way easier than this. I love that V44X blade. It's a fucking amazing tool. It's probably a better fighting knife than this. But another thing that's good about this blade is when I was hard timing it, and I have it on video, dude. I've run into crackheads and drunks and near altercations of people threatening to get their gun or threatening my life and shit, dude. I have at least 2 videos of that shit. So I would be out and about with this on my back, on my belt, the back of me, reverse scout carry, right? And people are too stupid to know it's a weapon. They don't really know what this is, especially with the gun sock on it. Even without the gun sock, dude, they don't really know what the fuck it is. That's why I kind of like this sheath better than Kydex, even though Kydex is, everything's going to have a pro and con. But the main criteria is, I wanted to show, I hope my cousin watches this, I want to show him what a lanyard is all about. And you want to use that lanyard. Another thing that's really good about this blade is the finger choil. The finger choil of this blade, right? I showed you about the lanyard, right? The finger choil of this blade is really going to protect your hand if you had to use this to save your life, if you had to use this as a thrusting weapon, okay? There's a very aggressive finger choil right here. It's going to prevent your hand from sliding up. And look at, like, I'm going to do a pinch grip. Like, these 3 fingers are going to be loose. These are the only ones kind of tight. And you could save a lot of energy by doing mini chops like this, okay? And what that would come in handy for is, if you ever made a bushcraft baton, the way I do it, I'll maybe make anyways, it's a long story how I make a bushcraft baton. But this right here, you can kind of like a little snap cut with your wrist. Like, it'll save you a lot of energy, especially if you have something what I have called Deputant's contracture. So, maybe you don't have Dupuytren's contracture, but I know that salt loss, mineral loss, you're gonna cramp up. Your hand is gonna probably cramp up just like mine does when that shit happens. It's just mine probably happens pretty bad. And this knife also, I'm kind of a taller dude. It doesn't roll in my hand. The Work Tough Gear Warhammer, it fucking rolled in my hand. The SE Jakarta Kukri, it fucking rolled in my hand. The fucking Work Tough Gear Warhammer, it fucking rolled. Did I mention that one? Rolled in my hand. The fucking Condor Plan A buoy fucking rolled in my hand. The only other blade that never rolled in my hand is the K-Bar Cutlass, the K-Bar Kukri, and the heavy-duty Kukri from Condor. Those are thick handles. This is a manly fucking blade, guys. But having a hard grip on this thick-ass handle has cramped my hand up until I learned how to use the lanyard and that finger choil. So, yeah, don't forget, guys, how to use a lanyard on this. And this is my endorsement on the Topps SXB. I had a video with this going head-to-head with the Kershaw Camp 10. And Kershaw Camp 10 really did compete with it. But I didn't show a thrusting test. This gets more penetration. This busts shit more, dude. This, in my opinion, has a better sheath. Okay, that Kershaw Camp 10. If you happen to cut one of those straps on accident, there goes your sheath, dude. This is made in USA, and I just fucking like it better. And this would have kept up with the Kershaw Camp 10. It fucking, the handle got loose from whacking the spine against a tree, fucking like for 5 minutes straight, which is a really bad abuse of the knife. I would have rather them have pins in this. I would have rather them put some really heavy JB weld in the pins or the screws. But with normal use, also, you don't really need to put a lot of lateral strength on this blade. The thickness, the low saber grind, the 1/4 inch thickness of the blade will pretty much explode logs in half when you're batoning. So I really, really endorse. This is my emergency fucking blade. I love this blade so much that I barely use it anymore. I save it for a rainy day and I abuse cheaper shit. So this was Nacho the Squatcho endorsing from San Bernardino National Forest Desert Area, 10-8. I'm showing you guys the best Bowie knife in the world. I fucking guarantee it. Thank you, guys.